months, 2 days, and 18 hours, 40 minutes, and she actually looks at a pocket watch. 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. She was wondering when you'd get back.
Had to go through the mountains for the last month.
That was quite a trip, then.
Quite.
Your mother left instructions that you and your companions would be allowed to stay here for the time being. She had business with a trading outpost in civics that needed to be tended to. Your mother sends her apologies for not being able to meet you here.
I confess I hunger still to be filled and
I got reserved someday.
beyond this troubled place.
You're still traveling with them, aren't you?
Partially.
Define partially.
We still have. Wait, who's with me since the beginning, other than Octavius?
Alicia?
Everybody else changed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this party did not stay together long.
They did the quest. They broke apart like a one-hit wonder band.
No, they didn't even do the quest.
Oh, well.
We traveled to one city and everybody just left.
Oh.
Even the pet cat lady.
Alright, in character.
Well then. That's somewhat unfortunate.
But you still got me there, Noctis.
No, all my friends have left, but I'm still here. All my friends have left.
I can't do
All
the
my
harp
friends
note.
are
I
dead.
can't do that thing.
Are you the Millhouse of me being Bart?
No, I was doing the world's smallest violin.
Whatever you say, Millhouse. Yeah. Any sort of news other than my mother's unfortunate absence? Yeah, hello.
So at this point, the DM knew. He fucked up.
Huh. So.
Regardless, do you want to...
He asked if there was any other news besides the mother not being there.
She sort of rummages through her... She's wearing the maid uniform you kind of remember her wearing a lot more often. Your mom had a thing for those. She rummages through the pockets and pulls out a small amulet. And it's an amulet you remember, since it's been with you since childhood. It's one of the few things you can actually connect to your father, whoever the hell or what that was. It just appeared on your 3rd birthday. It's a metallic pendant, or sort of a metallic talisman, amulet of sorts. And it has this milky black metal in the middle, or gem. You're not sure. Now it has a large crack in it, though. This happened about a week ago. I found it in your old room here. I didn't know if you would want it back or not, but I kept it just to be safe.
And here I thought I lost it.
Quite.
So,
Regardless, if you need a place to stay for the night, that would be you might come here.
Yes, I believe I'll stay for the night. Quite the speech.
Yeah, sorry, that's TV. But point being,
Yes, I'll stay for the night.
the point being, you do stay for the night. All right. Back to Octavius and Ware. Octavius?
Big orc man.
Yeah, no. You've seen big guys before, but damn.
It's a giant orc, man. Giant orc, man. As I come closer towards him,
He's still got the death glare on his face.
that's just his natural resting face. But yeah, definitely.
Again, Octavius doesn't know this.
I know, and the best part is he's got like blood red instead of like pupils and iris and everything. He's just got red pits.
The point is, though, Octavius, like after the smattering of applauses,
Here comes the shadow of death.
pretty much.
And you know the best part about this is?
Not sure.
As I come forth to him, I say, a performance well made.
Ah, what the fuck? Oh, sorry. Didn't see you. How the hell did I not notice you walking up?
I have proficiency in stealth. Just add to this nightmare fuel. Lucas, your performance made my blood pump. Your tale of your exploits excites me.
Roll a d20.
Me or him?
Him. Okay, there are no homoerotic subtext to this. Octavius, as far as you can tell, he's not double entendreing himself here. You
So
don't
I would
think.
So I would ask you, would you help me gain further understanding in life?
Insight check?
Yeah, roll it if you want.
Though I'm not sure if it's a double entendre coped with that.
It's not a thinly veiled threat at a murder-suicide. Then again, you've known a few orcs who don't mean the threat, but still mean the threat. Point being...
And, what exactly do you mean when you say that?
For I'm a monk. Simple as that. I look upon all of life and I wish to learn how it were to die so I may counter it and achieve divinity. So I ask of you, once more, will you help me reach further understanding of life and its works?
His brain turned off when you said to become divinity.
Yeah, no, it's sort of like you kind of just checked out there.
Cue the Mortal Kombat theme.
No, it wasn't even that. It was more the, it was this Always Sunny in Philadelphia theme. It's like, dude. Yeah, no, that. Curb your expectations.
Is there a secluded, out of character, is there a secluded place where people can just punch the fuck out of another person and it be completely okay?
Not anymore. Unfortunately, the guards cracked down on the only fight club.
Is it still safe to exit the city?
Yeah, it's perfectly fine to exit the city.
Motherfucker, I just got here.
I offer you the simple patronage of meat and bread, and meet me outside the city walls when the moon is at its peak.
Okay.
No, thank you. I'm gonna have a beer and go to bed.
Very well. I will look.
Octavius?
Yes.
It's at this point you notice some creepy woman in a maid's dress staring at you from the staircase.
Murder. Giant orc monk. To your left.
Define creepy.
It's Muñeca, the weird doll thing that was following Azrael around for a while.
Oh.
You didn't recognize her because she dressed differently.
Gotcha.
So, I gotta say it. You have two options here. Mortal Kombat or...
Creepy doll
That
thing.
Yeah.
Silent Hill.
Or Silent Hill.
You need taking some new shower gel with you.
Like,
Or at-
you also notice that a few of them are given weird looks to the...
Shower gel with you.
Weird looks to both the doll and the orc. The orc less so because you're a regular here.
They're like, yeah, the last guy he brought to the city walls, we still haven't found him yet. One guy's like, yeah, I think I saw his big toe somewhere.
Octavius is taking me out. Oh, Monieka, long time no see. How have you been? I'm sorry, this is a friend of mine. I'll see you later. Walking away.
I'm going to grab his shoulder.
Fuck.
Grima, the moment you grab his shoulder, roll a Constitution save. You double over as this woman's fist is impaled about 2 inches into your sternum.
I'm going to laugh.
No,
The
that was
problem-
her trying to knock you out.
The problem is she hit an organ. And as you laugh, you feel whatever you ate for the day coming bubbling up as you're pretty much forced into vomiting.
After that, I'm going to say, what is your name, maiden?
They're gone.
Very
They're
well.
just, they're just fucking gone.
I was hoping to grab
I'm
a
going to
creeper
get
before I
pursuit.
left, but okay.
What'd that have to do to give pursuit?
All right. Roll a general investigation check. Octavius, roll a stealth check.
These eyes of mine see both life and death.
Yeah, good thing one of us isn't alive.
But you still are.
They find alive.
Octavius, stealth check.
Motherfucker. It sounds like this. I wish I could use inspiration on my... I don't... Hold on. Before I do my stealth check, I tell Monieka to hold on to my arm and don't let go, and I slip on one of the cursed rings.
Okay. It looks like Muñeca's holding on to nothing.
Good enough for me. Do I get advantage now?
You don't even have to make the check. You don't leave any signs that you're there.
Where's his blood scent?
You don't find anything.
But I would still be able to follow the maid.
True.
But she doesn't leave a scent.
She's just a small little
Take
girl.
this.
She leaves footprints.
Well, then I'll
And
follow her
you've been her
footprints.
for the last 2
Unfortunately,
meetings,
you
every week.
don't manage to catch them. You got a bit confused by the fact that at a certain point, one set of footprints just disappeared.
I will find the maiden with the fist of steel, and I will find the man who claims to be a mighty warrior, and I shall gain further understanding from them.
Yeah, you get stopped by a gate and a lot of guards with pointy sticks.
They look tasty.
Oh my god.
Uh,
The
most of
Turkish
them are
could get
bigger than
fucking
you.
Ejected from the city.
one of them kind of recognizes you because at a certain point you got bored and tried bashing your way into the Golden District just to see if you could fight some of the lordlings.
Greetings, guard. Does he have a name?
You just know him as Guard. If he told you a name, you don't remember it.
I was gonna say I would try and remember the name of the guard that held me back.
Grima, what the hell are you doing here?
I seek the one dressed as a maid and the one who and the one and a bard. They came forth from this pathway. I wish.
If you're talking about the one that serves at the Noctis Manor, she came through here.
Are you happy to be home with your crib?
Didn't have anybody else with her.
Why did you want me to
It might be her.
You know we can't let you in, right?
And perchance, why not?
You don't have a pass, you're not invited. Oh yeah, and the first time you tried, you were screaming bloody murder, and now you'd rip the spine out of some lordling that apparently sucker punched you.
Did I just get smuggled into the Gold District?
Yes. Accidentally, you broke the rules in a massive way.
Whoops!
So, if you take that ring off inside the district, don't get caught by the guards.
You know as well as I do, the lordling was the one who stroked first. He should be able to finish with his commitments.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to rip their spines out. So again,
I was
I'd like to let you in, but the captain said you're not allowed. So unless you got a pass, sorry, man.
I wasn't going to commit any blood felling here. I was simply going to ask about the maiden's name, and perchance another match.
Don't know her name. No, she works at the Noctis Manor. Supposedly one of them's in town. One of them's in the city. Don't know where, but...
Do you know their name?
As something? I don't know. I meet so many damn noble types, it gets hard to differentiate the names sometimes.
As of Noctis.
One of my favorite scenes.
Very well, I will find this as of Noctis. So I may come to his dwelling and pursue my target.
One of my favorite animals. They are large.
Yeah, have fun with that.
I'm gonna rod my fingers. Till then, guardsmen, would you be chance be interested in another fight?
Yeah, no. Captain said we're not allowed to.
Very well. I shall find your captain at one point or another, and I shall speak to him about it.
Her, and doubtful. Anyways, have a good night, man.
And a pleasant sleep rest to you. May you
Yeah,
reach
it's like-
ever closer to your goal.
It's like this laid back sort of just I'm too old for this shit type guard and this insanely intense orc monk.
It's just like, if he punches me, I'm like only a week away from retirement. If he punches me, then all of my funding has to go to medical bills.
Anyways, so I assume you just spend your time wandering the other districts that you're allowed into, which would be the Silken and the
I'm
Stone
going to
district.
word that
Silken
I seek an audience with the one who is referred to as. I'm not gonna ask about the lordling referred to as the Noctis.
Okay, nobody knows who the hell you're talking about aside from the Noctis name, which is attached to a pretty influential trading guild, apparently.
Very
Weird.
well. I wish to speak with one of the Noctis, if you could perchance find them.
That's kind of the problem. It's a mother-son duo. Hell, the mother runs most of the business, and she's out of the city, and she's not even on this continent at the moment.
Very well. If you perchance come across his son, the son, speak forth that I seek him. My name is Grima Blackfish.
You never even introduced yourself to me.
You do eventually come across a cleric. This
No!
female cleric.
Greetings, man of faith.
Woman.
Madam.
Okay, I didn't know if it was a...
I said female, but points
Oh,
again.
Sorry.
She's this like smaller human woman. She's a bit smaller than most humans.
Greetings,
I mean,
lady.
granted, from your perspective, all of them are short. She's like mouse. She's mousy, brown hair, sort of like spectacles. She get like you bump into her from the back. You bump into her, and she's like facing away from you. Oh, hello.
Greetings, Lady of Fate. I apologize for my embarkment upon yourself.
Oh, nothing at all. Say,
But-
would you by chance be Krima?
That is my name. May I know the name of the one I'm speaking to?
Call me Alicia.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Alicia. And I'm going to hold out my claw.
She's gonna look at it, like see if it's covered in blood. Like she kind of like leans to the left and the right to kind of get a better look at it, and then she like gingerly takes it and like slowly shakes. Pleasure. I was informed that if I needed to hire adventurers, you'd be a potential person of interest.
I am of interest towards many forms of learning. Yes, I can adventure.
Okay. That sounds good enough to me.
Why?
She's desperate.
I worked so
Most of
hard
her
to
party-
avoid this fuck.
Yes, but plot convenience, motherfuckers.
And he can... And, like, if you didn't put on that curse ring, he would have found you.
No, you wouldn't have found him regardless, but point being...
The problem is, now I have to find a way to sneak out of the gold district and get invited back in.
Well, no, you're part of Ezreal and the Noctis' crew, so you're just allowed in by right of association, yeah.
Gotcha. So
It's kind of
Noctis is
like,
the
you're
leader
his
of that.
pop. Yeah, no, you're his pop. You're his posse.
Of course I am. I'm the hype man.
So, young lady of faith, perchance what being of divinity do you wish to understand further on?
Oh, Drothan. And you know him, he's the god of death. You don't know many women who study it. Well, the ones you do are kind of weird. You've had some interesting encounters with them in your own studies.
I've looked upon his form before as well. Quite magnificent, is he not?
She kind of mutters something under her breath that you can't actually hear. I suppose.
I'm a monk of the way of the long death.
I haven't heard of that one.
I wish to understand life and death, and in doing so, figure out how they coincide, and eventually achieve divinity.
Oh,
Okay, word of thought. You can't
for
just
you.
say I want to achieve divinity to a cleric, which I feel like he should know by now.
yeah. You've had enough instances, Grima, that you know saying that kind of shit to anybody of the faith is a bit of a no-no.
Fine then. I wish to achieve greater heights.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's a bit of a better statement. Like, if we ever get to the theocracy, you damn well better not want to say that stuff.
Oh yeah, you'll be fucking hanged.
What makes you think I don't want to, and then just leave a pile of bodies in my wake?
Yeah, no, you guys obviously don't know how the theocracy rolls. Point being, for the
My
most
character
part...
does.
Yeah, no, your character does, sort of faintly. Point being, for the most part, you're taken back through the Silken District to that same bar because she had heard there was a bit of a scuffle and rightly assumed Octavius had been there.
Hey,
So,
that is not my fault.
Perchance, do you know who we are seeking?
Octavius. He's a companion. He travels with me and helps me out on certain occasions. Somewhat like you will. Though I get the sense that your help will be far more martial-oriented.
If you must know, I have various studies in both. While I am fit in martial combat, I also pretend to take in calligraphy and various forms of art. I'm not just a brute.
Good to know. The point being,
Where was the not the brute part 10 seconds ago?
Honestly, I wasn't even going to kill you or anything. I was just going to, like, straight up ask about your day and shit.
wait, Anta, we're level 3, not 4.
Oh, shit. How'd that happen?
I don't know.
You're bullshit character creator, that's what.
Also, I don't think you can naturally have a wisdom of 20.
I don't, I'm not supposed to. How the hell that happen?
Oh.
You probably put in your point modifiers from level 4. Or the
Yeah,
game
I did.
did it by automatically. Like, I don't know how to use that one. That's why I avoid it.
There we go.
It's alright if I bust the wisdom down a bit, because
Yeah, just take it down the 2 points that I threw into it. There you go.
alright, you're still at 18, but
The Curious Case of Benjamin.
That's because I do the thingamajigger where you roll your 3 dice, not 3 dice, you roll 4 dice, and then I took my I did stuff.
You did.
I think I
you
messed
rolled
up
for
somewhere.
stats.
Yeah.
yeah. Point being, for the most part, like, you get in, like, the bartender, oh, hey, Grima, you track down the woman that put the hole in your chest, and you look down, there's still a hole in your chest.
No, but when I find her, I will ask her name, for she is quite the maiden. Like, straight up.
Are you alright?
I'm actually feeling quite well. As I just pull out some jerky from my bag and, like, start knobbing on it.
It's like as blood's trickling out the hole.
Scrumptious. Now, friend. Well, my new employer. Perchance, can you tell me what this Octavius looks like?
Does the bartender recognize
Human?
the name?
Not really. He just knew you as that bard guy.
Oh, didn't even bother. Okay.
Ow.
No, it's more he gets so many performers, he just bothers not remembering their names and more remembers key features.
Oh yeah, did I get paid for that?
You ran out before you could.
Fuck.
The bartender, who's actually like the small, gruff dwarf who doesn't have a beard, surprisingly, kind of pipes in. Oh yeah, that guy. Whitish hair. Kind of sticky looking.
Outfit?
I don't know. Had a fancy looking clothing would look like armor.
Perchance would this Octavius be a bard?
To be completely honest,
He is a performer, yes.
Then I know who we seek.
Oh God, I was afraid of that. Octavius, you get a chill running down your spine.
As I sip hot cocoa in front of Noctis's fireplace.
Yeah, Noctis, you find Octavius, like Muñeca's just standing over Octavius, kind of just looking at him as he's like huddled up in swaddled up in a blanket in front of one of the fireplaces, just sipping hot cocoa and shivering.
You've been separated for less than an hour. How could this happen to you?
It was a few hours, one.
And I'm being pursued by
But
A 6-foot-tall orc man wanted to fight me.
6'10".
Did you say 10 foot?
6'10".
6.
Whatever. Tall
Sorry.
as shit.
Octavius. I'm gonna say the name a few times to get a taste for it.
Oh, don't say it like that.
Octavius.
Azrael, roll a d20 or roll insight.
Octavius the bard.
Okay, it's definitely not an innuendo. You think?
I'm gonna guess. This fellow, Octavius the bard. He traveled with you before, correct?
He currently does.
And you would say that he is.
He wasn't the one that did that, correct?
No, this belongs to a pharaoh beast. A maiden that if I were to find, the things I would say would be
A bit of a
upon bloody
flush.
soil.
A bit of a flush kind of drives to Alicia's cheeks at that line.
And suddenly,
Would you perchance say that this Octavius man is strong?
In what regard?
I did clap a rock to death.
Well,
You're not here.
True. I do not want to be
yeah.
there.
There are many forms of strength. Is there strength in speed, his wit, muscle?
He's definitely witted. He has wit.
Then he is a clever man.
I wouldn't say that.
Very well. I know where our friend is. The Gold District.
Okay.
He hides behind gilded bars to set his defenses, possibly. Very well.
And she kind of
Yeah,
just,
friend?
as you're giving this like dramatic, over-the-top speech, Alicia's already walked off towards the Golden District.
I'm gonna start following her. I'm like, continue the monologue, though.
Yeah, it's like you're walking and monologuing, buddy. It's like Alicia pulls out a small pendant. The guard like notices you first before his vision is drawn. His gaze is drawn down to the much shorter Alicia.
Mighty gatekeeper, I come bearing passage.
Here? I'm here on behalf of the Noctis family. All right, go on in. Grima, inside your head, when you heard that line, just fireworks. It's like, what the fuck? No, it's more, it's like, all of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute, this woman's connected to both Octavius and the Noctis. What the hell?
I'm just like, you are truly a resourceful one, lady of faith. And I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder in kind of like a very camaraderie way.
Roll a d20.
Smack with the mace.
No, just roll a d20.
All right.
Roll a d4.
Yeah.
You accidentally hit her too hard, and she takes 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you hear something.
I'm gonna pick her up and I'm gonna go, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to strike you with such force.
Just put me down. I'll be fine.
And now she knows why I ran.
She still doesn't know you ran. All she knows is that you are somehow involved in the gut wound he now has.
I'm gonna pull out some of my jerky and hand it to her. I'm like, please, seek no.
You notice she like has her hand just clapped over her shoulder, and when she pulls it away, it's just fine.
You know the healing arts?
I'm a cleric, so yes, I do.
But I know of clerics that use not but no healing, but of smites and blessed blades.
That's paladin.
Those are paladins.
Well, I'm talking about the people who choose cleric, but then put no spell slots that are healing.
Yeah, paladins. They're not very nice. Regardless, let's move. And it's like the guards are just like watching as you guys had this heart-to-heart conversation.
Like,
It's like after you guys like wander into the distance, like the two guards like look at each other. Should we? And then the other one just kind of like shakes his head and puts his hand up. Nah.
I've got like a week till retirement. I don't want to get anywhere near that.
No, the week till retirement guy actually took off his shift the moment you left.
He's like, oh,
He knew
God.
something bad would happen later on.
He's like, yeah, I'm clocking out now.
These are just newbies.
So, Octavius and the Pale Maiden. Ah, my blood burns.
Motherfucker, calm down.
One question.
Speak forth, I am but an honest man.
You're not going to kill Octavius when we find him, right? That
No.
would, okay, good.
I merely wish to study. Did I act like I was going to enact violence upon him?
Don't take this the wrong way, but yes?
Very well. Can you please, I'm going to pull out a notebook and a small pen, and I'm going to say, can you please tell me what gave you these sensations?
Just the general way you talked and, the way you looked. Not that, how do I say it better? The look in your eyes, that was a bit of a I'm going to murder you, then use your body as a skin suit kind of vibe. You know?
I'm going to write down, looks intimidating, must fix.
No, look too intimidating, need fix.
Yes.
No, and you just put like a question mark next to it.
I did not know my future. A fearful response. I will endeavor to fix this.
Have people ever run from you screaming before?
But that's usually after I've succeeded to take out the local bandit. Or when I offer teaching to the younger.
That might, well, we definitely know it's not intentional. And she kind of like rubs her, and she kind of like rubs the back of her head. It's like, here we are. And they get up to this nice house. It's this nice, beautifully built house that to you just looks like a glorified hut. Then again, most structures look like glorified huts.
I never understood why people thought the need to gild their houses in such a way.
Some people have money.
Some people should have not have been spared the wrath.
And then she takes the large knocker and like Octavius, Azrael went off the check. Do you want to go and get the door with Muñeca?
Sure.
Like you get up to it, Muñeca, who is it?
Octavius.
No. You immediately hear several bolts as the doors are locked.
I seek not to bring you harm.
It's all right. I'm here too.
Question: what does Ivy's cursed sword count as?
The Ivy's cursed sword. It counts as an enchant. It counts as an item of attune. It's a short sword.
I can use it if I want. If no one wants it.
So, Soul Calibur?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, somebody's gonna get skimpy clothing.
It's Octavius. He's just wearing a thong going into battle.
Now I'm picturing Grima coming in wielding Soul Edge.
Yeah, Octavius just comes in wearing the banana hammock.
Yes.
A banana hammock and a sombrero. Point being, Octavius, you also know Alicia's outside. Do you want to try and... As far as you know, he's going to kill her. Or roll insight.
I mean you no harm.
Um...
Being honest.
He's being honest. Octavius. Muñeca kind of looks back to you quizzically. Azrael, have you come downstairs from whatever you were doing upstairs?
Yeah.
The door's been locked and bolted. Octavius is hiding behind one of the plants, and Muñeca's just kind of standing at the door in a combative stance.
And you just see the shadow of death over at the doorway.
No, the doors are still closed.
Oh. I thought it had like a window or something.
No, this is one of those doors that doesn't have window. That's why she asked who it was.
Sorry.
No problem. But still, it's like, Azrael, you see them basically barring and locking the doors for like a maximum level threat here.
So that's a level 3 orc. Half orc at that.
But yeah, no, Azrael, that's the situation you're presented.
Should you be using that special device I made earlier? It could be used to deal with these threats.
He claims he's not going. He doesn't mean us any harm, though.
Do you really trust them?
I put a hole in his chest.
And he's still coming. He's still up.
Any idea who this might be?
Orc, 6'10". I'm weighing approximately 300 or more pounds. 300 or more pounds, capable of tracking through set.
Part of the exam will include the figure out.
Now the question is, what are we gonna do about him?
Octavius, you're still cowering behind the plant. Mark?
Speak with me, face to face.
All right.
Behind barred walls, a message is unclear.
All right. Here's the plan. We open the door, we grab Alicia, I thunderclap his ass, and we close the door.
You know we can still hear you, right?
Here he
And this is Alicia outside. That's kind of what Muñeca looks like at the moment.
She's just like, I put a hole in this guy's chest. And he just got up and got to my house.
No, he didn't even... He just doubled over, then stood back up. But, Alicia kind of chimes in. You guys know we can hear you, right?
How thin is this door?
My
kind of thin.
Impeccable.
That too.
I'll just go open the door.
Okay.
Since it's Alicia that I trust.
You are greeted by the visage of death that is a 6'10" towering orc.
Greeting.
You also look down and notice that he has a Muñeca's fist-sized hole in his chest. It's about 2 inches deep, and it looks like it hit an organ. Somehow he's still standing.
Like a boss.
It's a bit creepy. Oh, hey, Eric. Point being...
Greeting.
And
I pull out my rapier and I act as confidently as I can be.
I can smell your fear.
Hunter, you can't actually smell his fear. Roll bluff.
I know, but it smells like
hydration. Roll deception, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, roll deception. Octavius, he can't smell your fear. Wait, no. Yes, he can.
It smells like hydration. Now, you need not smell as such. For I come not bearing armaments of war. I merely wish to learn.
I'll draw
And
in
I come
Alicia and close the
Under
door.
patronage of this one. Pointing right down at
We caught you monologuing there, bro.
Damn it.
Alicia kind of like steps in and
Oh my god, are you okay?
like motions for you two as well. Or Grima, she motions for you two as well.
He closed the door.
He gets in before you can.
I'm gonna see.
No, Noctis said he closed the door after he pulled her in.
What are you doing?
This fucker wanted to bring me outside the walls of the city to fight me.
He doesn't anymore.
I wasn't going to fight you.
Who exactly is
You're
he?
not in this conversation.
Actually, you mentioned me.
Grima, you're currently talking to a door. Like
Don't
you
make
notice
me
a
laugh.
you notice a few nobles actually like walk by and kind of give you strange looks. What were you trying to do?
Open the door.
Hunter.
You can't open the door. Where you got to go somewhere for a minute?
Yeah, I gotta take care of some animals.
Okay. Jesus Christ, Echo, where do you keep getting these?
He has to have like a folder or something.
Yes, I do.
Point being,
Okay, Alicia. I performed at a bar. He showed up in front of me. Started talking about how I got his blood pumping, and wanted to meet me outside the wall under a full moon. To freaking, I don't know. It freaking scared the crap out of me. I'm not wow. How does
did you mistake flirting for threats?
No.
Again.
I am damn sure that there was no.
Remember that Goliath woman? You
Okay,
you don't remember telling her about. You don't remember telling her about Sophia. There was one time when you were scared for her life when a Goliath woman started hitting on you.
Right.
You could have sworn you never told anybody about that.
How do you know about that?
You told me one night after you were drinking.
Huh. Note to self. Lay off booze for a little bit. Anyway.
But the point is, he doesn't want to hurt you.
I mean you no harm.
Again, please stay out of it for now.
Am I offending you
The
in
minute
some
I
manner?
tried to walk away, he grabbed me by the shoulder, and then Monique had to punch him off me.
Ah, so the maiden's name is Muñeca. A beautiful name.
I need to learn silence.
Okay, how about... Well, I've already hired him. He is a new member of the group.
Why?
He's big. And when I asked the others, they said he was probably one of the best ones to hire when going on life or death missions.
Probably because they seeked my death.
But why, though?
You've
I've been
seen
told I'm
him?
intimidating.
Yes, that. And I'm talking to a door. Open the door and let him in, please. This is starting to get weird.
I believe it was already weird when you shut the door in my face.
See?
I got questions. First off, who is he?
I am Grima Blackfish, monk of the Way of the Long Death.
1 minute, guys.
So, lovely weather, everybody.
Motherfucker, your character is laying it on thick.
Yeah, he is. You know it's bad? I made one of his flaws is that he monologues.
So the door's open now.
I step forth and I go. I'm gonna guess. Greetings.
I believe introductions are in order.
I'm gonna go. Greetings. And I'm gonna slam both my fists together, and then I'm gonna bow and go. I am Grima Blackfist, monk of the Long Death.
She kind of Octavia. She elbows you hard in the chest.
Ooh. I am Octavius. We've already met.
And
Azrael.
I'm Azriel de Notres.
So you are the owner of this establishment.
My mother
House.
is.
It is
My mo-
then your matriarch must be a powerful woman.
My father is making a mistake.
Last time I checked, it was a doctress.
They have been here for months, and they are drunk all the time. Oh,
Yeah. So wonderful. Introductions are out of the way. The rest of the group will meet you eventually. I suppose. And she turns to you, Azrael. I suppose we are staying here for the night.
I turned to Maniac. Do we have any spare rooms?
even touch them.
We have several. Would you like to take your mother's room?
Yes.
Very well. The rest of it is, and the rest of the rooms are divided amongst yourselves. So, Octavius, you get Azriel's childhood room. Alicia gets one of the servants' quarters, and
his room's bigger than my house growing up.
No, it's
You had a
actually
house?
it's the size of the living room of your old house.
Still pretty fucking big.
Yeah, no. And Grima, you are given one of the other servants' quarters, specifically of one of the chefs, who is a rather big guy, and apparently out for a month or so. So you guys can stay here. Azriel, you've never been in this room before. There's a lot of portraits of you.
Hear the ominous violin music.
No, it's like portraits of you as you were growing up as a kid.
Aww.
There's one of you as a baby. It's a
Small
bit
enough
weird.
to think.
Yeah, it's a bit weird being surrounded by you, but it is your mother.
She just wanted to surround herself on the things she loved.
And she wants them grandbabies.
That too.
So your name is Monyeka.
The treasury is empty, Henry.
Yes.
The Scottish peace will hold.
Your fist is like that of a spear. You have penetrated my organs, and thus I must ask it.
What would you... If it's
I'm
for
gonna
another
leave.
fight, no.
Huh?
I am not permitted to fight unless it is for a reason, specifically that of defending those I'm charged with.
A defender. A quite noble cause. But of my request, I'm gonna lean in a little closer, and I'm gonna get down to her eye level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's more like you crouching. Because again, you're tall, so it's like if you leaned, you'd the closest you can get like 5 inches, and you're still like a head taller than her.
Look at this. May I learn to do the method of which you penetrated my organs?
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Play games.
She takes off like the capped glove, and her arm's made of metal.
I fought a fellow monk once who had an iron arm.
So have I.
The design was based off of that, but unfortunately this is a trait that I never learned. It is simply one that is ingrained.
Well then, would you perchance be interested in meditation?
Unfortunately, I have duties to attend to. Good night. She like gives you a
I
curt
understand.
bow of the head and like a curtsy, and then just walks off.
Overly I love this. Beautiful.
Octavius, if you want, you can probably sneak out and go get a creeper.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do that.
All right, you wander out and get a creeper. Roll a Constitution save and a Charisma and a Persuasion roll.
I want to be
Persuasion with advantage.
I want to be there.
Azrael, you do.
Yeah, I want to be there. I want to see
I will
it.
go forth as well. It would be our first party meeting.
Look, I just want to get drunk and look forward to
It's never
what
safe
is
to
going to
get
happen
drunk alone.
after this job.
Okay, you go back to the Dwarven Flagon, and you walk up to the bartender. Oh, yeah. You're back. He takes like a small pouch of gold and like tosses it to you.
Sweet.
That's your pay for the night.
Thank you.
Thank
Staying
you.
in here.
How much is it?
15 gold.
Nice.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm
so
gonna-
Constitution saving throw and a what with advantage?
Persuasion with advantage.
Gotcha. Woo!
You are sturdy.
Okay.
I'm a bard, motherfuckers.
Okay, so you're definitely going home with one of the women.
Hey.
You get a
Take
choice.
me home tonight.
There's a tall woman, a short woman, and a woman about your size. Unfortunately, that's all the details you can get.
The creeper's
This one
muddying
too
my
big.
details,
This
huh?
one too small.
Yeah, the creeper's a real mean bastard.
So, is he Goldilocks now?
Not exactly, but point being.
Well, this one too big, this one too small, this one just right.
I'm gonna pick the one that's about my size.
Okay. You flirt with her, and she eventually takes you home. Spend an amazing night together. Much of it you don't remember. Write down the name. I'm going to send you a name in a private message that you'll write down as a bit of a reminder for later.
Oh no. Oh no, I slept with a man's wife. That is nothing new to me.
Well,
You're gonna learn some shit about this character.
Azrael and Grima, you two notice as Octavius walks up to a tiefling woman, shamelessly flirts with her, and is carried out on her shoulder at the end of the night.
She's carrying me out on her
Yeah.
Okay.
Does she have a twin brother with white skin?
I was just thinking
No.
that.
She's purple skinned, for one.
well, I'm gonna go. Does this happen often?
Where are my ladies? Lena?
We've been away from civilization for so long.
That is actually very true.
The other two were a Goliath and a dwarf.
I do not understand why.
Hey.
I see the woman my height.
Don't come any closer.
So go enjoy yourself then.
You know how hard it is to find a woman in my size?
The Goliath woman's kind of your size.
I know, that's the point.
You gonna go and try and flirt with her?
Yep, I'm gonna sit down next to her.
Oh,
I'm
I wish I was there to see this.
Roll persuasion.
so I'm gonna fuck this up.
She kind of gives you this like half smirk.
I'm but a very clumsy. I'm just a very clumsy monk.
She challenges you to a little contest. Ranking.
I'm gonna stroke my beard and go, very well. That's your turn. Maiden of the Mountain. Wait, what kind of a Goliath is she?
Typical Goliath, gray skin.
I'm like, there's coastal ones, aren't there? And then there's like mountain kind.
No, just
We're in the
mountain
middle
kind.
of the mountains, dude.
I'm like, Maiden of the Mountain. I'm like, very well, Maiden of the Mountain.
All right. She like nods to the bartender. He just kind of, God damn it, more vomit to clean up. And he like reaches under the bar and pulls out these two massive bottles.
Are they both drinking a keg of Creeper?
No, it's not Creeper. It's a step down. But it's also like these are basically jugs. Like if they're a bit smaller than jugs. She like immediately she rips the cork out.
Before we begin, may I have your name?
Beat me and I'll give it to you.
Alright.
And
Constitution, right?
yep, Constitution save.
Wait,
Or just roll Constitution, not.
Oh, roll Constitution? There you go.
Oh!
Wait a minute, let me see if I have...
Wait, don't half-orcs get something for Constitution saves?
Yeah, I'm supposed to have advantage. Sure. Let me see. That's endurance. No, that's savage attacks. I'm trying to find it. Shelter the faithful. Touch of death. Has anybody died recently?
No.
Okay, let me see.
Well, either way, you lose.
Like you down the entire bottle, and after that, things are kind of fuzzy. Azrael, watches this 6'10" orc kind of slumps forward, and his head just sort of slams into the table, as then the Goliath woman slings him over her shoulder and walks out. This just leaves you and the dwarf.
This is very confusing. That counted as a win?
Well, no, he didn't get her name.
I didn't get her name, but I did get something else.
It was more on her terms.
You think that's stopping him?
You were the bottom.
Again.
Azrael, do you want to try and engage with the dwarf, or you're just going to let her sit alone?
I was here just to see Octavius fuck up, but since he's gone, I'm going home.
All right. The dwarf just kind of sits there and throws you a sly wink. You get the general sense that she was here just to watch her own, she was sort of like the wing girl for the other two. Just kind of watching out to make sure they got what they wanted.
Guardian dwarf.
Pretty much.
Guardian angels, except stubbier.
Yeah, no, the two of you kind of leave at generally the same time. She has a room in the tavern. You have your own mansion, so you beat her there. Ha! And that is where we'll end it for the night, because going any further, we will get into the next arc.
Well,
that was an interesting introduction.
Expect more Grimaham.
Okay, so what's the name of this lady?
Check your messages.
I don't have any.
Me either.
Oh, I sent it to the wrong guy.
Whoops.
Ba-ba-da, Da-da-da-da.
What were in the satchels, anyways?
So, I think this was a successful introduction.